Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome back to IXION, where the lovely comfortable life that we've had for a while now is soon to come to an end, because our only goal right now is to go and do another great big wibbly wobbly space jump to a new system, where no doubt lots of really terrible things are waiting for us, because we know that's going to happen, game, we know that's going to be the case. We've played IXION for long enough to know that we're not going to jump to a new system and find it full of rainbows and unicorns and tea and cake and biscuits and puppies. It's going to be full of really awful things, more corpse clouds, lots of big doom storms, killy death ships and all that kind of terrible stuff. So we need to make sure that before we go, we are as prepared as we can be. And looking up here, we're looking pretty good. Loads of iron, loads of alloys, lots of polymers, quite a lot of electronics. I mean, it's not very much compared to the other numbers, but that's quite a lot. Nice amount of hydrogen, decent amount of food, science points are ticking up, and we've got 3,242 people on board the Tycoon. That's really good. However, the one kind of downside is ice. We haven't got very much in the way of ice. So I think we have to stock up on that before we go to the next system, because we're going to find out when we go there that it's going to be a really boiling hot system and there's no ice because it melted away or whatever. So we need to make sure that we take lots of ice just in case the game throws a bit of a curveball at us with regard to that resource. So I think what we should do is, let's pop back onto here. So Sector 2 is where we want to actually gather the ice, because that's where we need all the ice. It goes to that thing there, that turns it into water, and that's all wonderful. So we need to make sure that we get lots of ice over here into Sector 2, and at the moment we've got the scope over there out in Sector 2 on the docking bay. We don't need that. We don't need the scope out there at all. Our science ship, it's done. They can all come back in. They can all celebrate not being dead, which is quite good for the scientists. So how about we unassign that? Don't dismantle it. Unassign that. So take the scope away, so that leaves a bit of a gap over there. And then, hang on, is that doing anything? That is currently standing by. The Etna mining ship is standing by. Hang on, have we mined everything? We've mined everything pretty much, except 155 silicon, which we could do with going to grab. So how about number one, so Sector 1, yeah, the mecha, that can go and grab the silicon. That'd be quite good. And then the Etna can just sort of park itself. So hang on, go back to there. So park the Etna, that can go away, and then we can grab a couple of ships from over here that aren't doing anything. That'd be quite handy. So grab, say, yeah, so the Pelican. So the Pelican and what else into it? The Pelican and the Pridwin. So how about we undock the Pelican from here and the Pridwin from there. So undock those. Oh, okay, the docking bay is full, is it? It's full of iron over there. I mean, that's good. Yay for it being full of iron. We like iron because it means we can make lots of alloys to keep the hull intact. Not so good right now, but hang on. So then come over here and then dock those two ships. So put the Pridwin over into there and then put whatever the other one was. What was it? The Pelican. So now those two ships are going to dock over here, and then if we tell those two, in fact tell all the ships over in Sector 2 to ignore everything, get rid of that, except ice. Go and grab all the ice you can, please. So 3 ships going out there picking up all the ice. We do have 439 frozen people out there. Do we want to go and grab some more? Because we might get workers. We might possibly get some workers. What are our worker numbers looking like? So over there, we've got, oh no, hang on, there's about 200 extra workers over in Sector 4. That's okay. There's only just enough over there in Sector 3. There's, just enough in Sector 2 and a little bit more in Sector 1. So we are cutting it a bit fine with that. We have got, 28 more cryonic pods to get rid of. Well, I say get rid of. Defrost over it. Don't listen to the get rid of. I meant defrost. So 28 more of those to, more crew members to welcome aboard. That's more polite. That's a better way of saying it. So, I mean, do we want to go and grab some more? Do we grab some? Hang on. Neshmet. Don't grab ice. Grab some frozen people, because that might help out a little bit. If we get another 30 workers, that might help out. That's going to be quite handy. So, okay, so picking up the frozen people, picking up ice, you're picking up some carbon, or they do have a lot of that anyway, and everybody else is stocking up on the iron, even though we're completely full of iron. Okay, maybe in Sector 3 we could get some more iron storage, because this is where we make an awful lot of iron, and it's very handy to have. So could we fit some more iron storage in somewhere? I'm not entirely convinced we could, because we haven't really got any room to put it. Okay, hang on. We can't fit one in there, can we? I don't think we can fit one into there. Hang on a minute. Can we fit one in there? No. Botherations. That building is in the way. Oh, it's an optimized quarter. Hang on a second. Hang on. What's housing like over here in Sector 3? What's housing like? Population management, Sector 3, 562 population, 704 housing. I think we can get rid of that. And it's an optimized quarter, which are a bit rubbish. So get rid of that. And they've all gone and moved into different homes down here in their optimized quarters as well. Why haven't we got demotic quarters around here? Sector 3 has inferior housing going on. Sorry, Sector 3 people. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Could we get rid of those over there? If we replace some of these with the fancy proper housing, could we actually start, replacing some of the buildings over here and getting more storage in? That might be worth doing. Hang on. Let's start taking down some of these as well. So dismantle some of these, please. That's all good. And all the time while we're doing this, we're bringing back more ice. We're going to generate more science points. Things are going to tick over very well. So that's all good. And another thing that we do need to go and look at, because a few people did point this out in the comments, is last time out, I looked at this and went, okay, I'd like to activate missile countermeasures, because there is a button there that says activate missile countermeasures, which implies to me that somebody at some point is going to fire missiles at us and we'd like to countermeasure them, but it's greyed out. No countermeasure available, so I was wondering how we get that, and a few people in the comments did say it's to do with the probe launcher. So let's go and have a look. That's the probe launcher. Okay, yes, missile countermeasure. You are completely correct, but it looks like we can only have one thing on the platform over here at any one point. Now, can we get some tech to improve the probe launcher? Okay, and then also drone bay. Do we need anything to do with that? Are the drones to do with that thing there? Drone threat analysis. Is that something we need to build? I'm not sure, but yeah, okay. So I think that could be quite a good idea to upgrade. Hang on, where's the thing I was just looking at? I've lost the thing I was just looking at. Where is it? Where's the probe launcher? There it is. So probe launcher. Do we want to do this? Can we have a thing where it can hold both things at the same time? Probes, scouting radius, probe polymer, pre-assemble components. Okay, so this is all to do with probes that go around, the sort of the scanning probes, not the defensive things. So we might need both those. Do we need to build another probe launcher? Do we need to get one probe launcher that actually fires probes to allow us to go and investigate systems and find things like planets and rocks and stuff? And do we need another to have missile countermeasures in it? Because I kind of feel like we should have those because there's a big button for them. Maybe we do. Probe construction speed is increased by 50%. I mean, that seems like quite a good thing. Polymer cost is reduced by 1. That doesn't make any difference at all. Not bothered. Scouting radius, and they move faster. Maybe let's get that. Probe construction speed. Because if that does give the chance for the missile defense things to be constructed quicker, that might be handy. So, okay. We'll have a bit of that, thank you very much. That will give us a little bit of science left over to go and get something else quite nice as well. I mean, do we work on improving the hull? Given that there is the implication that we're going to have missiles fired at us, do we possibly want to have that one? Takes 20% less damage from impacts. That does seem like quite a handy thing to have. So maybe queue that up as well, and they might be useful upgrades. Okay. So yeah, look, we've got an actual proper probe there, but we might want to get... Oh yeah, there. Counters the effective use of Piranesi missiles. I suspect at some point the Piranesi might fire missiles at us. Call it a crazy hunch. Okay, so I think we need another probe launcher. And Sector 4 might well be the place for that, because there's quite a lot of room over in Sector 4. Hooray for Sector 4. So, probe launcher, space possibly? Yeah. There we go. Probe launcher out in space. And where can we put that? We can't put it anywhere that's going to be useful because it's completely massive. Okay, right, hang on a second. We need to go and get rid of some roads and such like. Hang on a minute. Get rid of all these roads. Let me just go and rejig the kind of road structure around here because it is a bit rubbish. We kind of left it in from when we got the sector opened up. So hang on. Let me go and kind of destroy all this great big mess like we've just done there. And then we'll put that in. I think we'll put it in just there. And then we'll just connect a road up going across because that's nice and simple. And it's kind of in the corner out of the way. That's fine. Right, so get a road coming all the way down there because I do quite like it when the roads come all the way down. And then we'll get the road coming across like that, and that probably should do the job. That'll be okay. We don't really need it to come over here right now. So there we go. There we go. You can work on that now. It must be connected to an active stockpile. Oh yeah, because the road isn't in. There we go. Hang on a minute. BuildyBot can build the road like that, and there we go. Now they can get on with building a lovely one of these. So make that high priority, please. Get that sorted. That'd be amazing. I think we've done our first bit of research, which is very handy. So that's not what I was looking for. This thing, where is it? Where are you? Down there. So yeah, when we actually get the other one built, we want that one to auto build missile countermeasures. Okay, so we'll make sure they get it done. It's going to take a while for them to get that sorted actually, because they have to go. Hang on. There's loads of alloys over there. Because I think they're coming straight in. I think they're just sort of pumping the alloys straight in from Sector 3 into Sector 4. Oh, Sector 3. Can we take anything apart in Sector 3? Are we not allowed to take things apart in Sector 3 anymore? Because there's just... Oh, yeah, look, the alloy storage is completely full. Oh, dear. Right. We need to try and sort that out at some point. There is some... The alloys are going into there, which is quite useful. Are they taking it from here, though? I'm not entirely sure. What we could do, hang on. Here's an idea. Go to maintenance, go to stockpile. Oh, that's perfect. If we put a stockpile there, then we could in theory have another one just there as well. But if we put one there and just run a road down like that and have that storing, I mean, we need iron storage and alloy storage. So if we store alloys in that one, possibly, and then in another one, we could go like that and store iron. That'd be useful. Oh, there's so much stuff we need to store. Right, BuildyBot, get working on this as well, because this is all important. It's all going to help things move around a bit smoother and such. And yeah, we'll try and get that done as soon as we can. The science is done. Sector 4 is... Oh, Sector 4 needs some housing. Oh, okay, hang on a second. We'll turn the Tycoon round. We don't normally look at it this way round, but yeah, I think we'll get another row of housing along there. Hang on, population. Where's the demotic quarters? Because they're the best ones, of course. We'll put another... Hang on, have I put them on the roadside? No, hang on, no, abandon that. I've put them in the wrong place. Sorry, guys. So it's been a long day administrating this place. How about we put them there? Because that would make more sense. There we go. Wonderful. Right, they can go along there. That's another huge, great big pile of alloys that we can get through, which will free up storages elsewhere, and we need to build it anyway, so that's good. Right, okay, things are looking very good. How are we doing with bringing ice back? 137 ice now coming over here, so the ice store's still looking a bit empty, but they're getting there. They're getting there slowly but surely. So I think what we do is we just kind of leave it running, and look at that. There's nothing for the mecha to do. Can we possibly go and find some of the stuff? Pop back out into space. Get us a probe. Is there anything really around? Oh, hang on. Ice and also Oh, hang on. Hydrogen might be quite handy because that provides quite a lot of power. It is quite far away. Okay, is there anything nearer? Is there anything closer to home that might be quite useful? Carbon I don't think we need, but silicon is always handy. That could be useful. And, oh, hang on. There's hydrogen right there. That could be useful. Yeah, okay, we'll have a bit of that, please. That at least gives the probe something to do. And yeah, the mining ship can go and grab some hydrogen for us, which could be very handy indeed. And there we go, 202 hydrogen out there to go and collect. So Mecha, please go and mine that if you would. Thank you very much. And then what's going to go and collect it? I think, is it Sector 3 that's got the hydrogen storage? I can't quite recall. I'm fairly certain it's Sector 3. That's got the big kind of fusion power plant thing. So yeah, okay. If we could get that sent over to Sector 3, that'd be quite handy. Yeah, you're bringing back carbon and iron. Don't bring back the iron. Low priority on carbon, but go and grab hydrogen, please. If there is any. Might take a while for the mecha to get out there and do some mining of it, but it'll get there eventually at some point. So yeah, bring back 289 frozen people. Try and bring back all that ice if we could. We need a lot of it to keep us ticking over. If we get maybe sort of 500, 600, that wouldn't be so bad at all. How is the Sector 2? Well, the Sector 2 storage is it's not connected to stockpile assigned to iron. Is it not? Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Yes, because one of the ships dropped off some iron. So there's a bit of iron in there right now, which isn't ideal, but never mind. Okay, not to worry. Right, look, ice. Ice is coming in, it's pouring in, it's going to go into there, and it's going to make lovely water. There's more cryopods coming in, not too many of those left, I wouldn't have thought. They can get thawed out over there, sent over to here, no, over to here, sorry, trying to get the housing sorted. And here we go, right, auto build that please, auto build, Piranesi missile countermeasures. We do, however, need a little storage thing nearby, just to store some polymers. So I think we'll put that just there. That'll be quite handy. And store polymers in there, please. And if we could go to, where is it? There. And go to Sector 4 and polymers. So Sector 4 would like... hang on a minute, I can't hang on. All. Please let us have polymers in Sector 4. We'd like some polymers, please. Hang on. Are the other sectors not sending it? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, why can't we... Oh, it's because the storage isn't done. It's because that's not complete, of course. Okay, right, hang on. High priority on that. Get that put together nice and quick. Got no alloys over here right now. Okay, right, it's all getting a bit complicated with sort of, production, material delivery and such like and resources. But they'll get there in time. It's okay. Everyone's very busy right now doing all sorts of stuff. So they'll get round to it eventually. There's plenty of resources in here. So we're not going to run out or anything. We're looking pretty good in terms of all of our resources. So very happy with that. But yeah, if we could get that in. Get some housing set up over here as well for Sector 4, just to make sure we can house these remaining people that are going to come in. And then I think we'll be ready. As ready as we're ever going to be anyway. So here we go, tick time on, and we'll just see what happens over here. Can we get some resources over here to build some stuff in Sector 4? Hang on a second, I don't think Sector 3's got enough workers to cover all the work it's got. It's got 280 workers, and they need 291. Okay, hang on a minute, hang on. Sector 4 can help out with that. We could send over, say, 40 workers from Sector 4 to Sector 3. Just help out a little bit. And it's going to be nice and quick as well, because I've got the trains. It's only next door, one little trip to the next station. And hopefully, yeah, that should sort that out. And then Sector 3 will not have to do extra hours and all that kind of stuff. There we go. So we've still got, yeah, just about, what's that? 100-ish workers, no, 200 workers in Sector 4 available. They've got a bit of a surplus. They've got a few extra. They've got a few extra. Okay, that's looking good. I'm happy with all that. We are burning through our power again. We are going through that very quickly. Building all these extra bits and bobs is certainly chewing through the power supplies. Okay, maybe as well, before we leap to the next place, we have to get another solar panel set up. What about that? 247 polymers and 6 electronics. We can get that done. We can get that done fairly easily. Hang on, how are we looking at? They're both the same. So solar panel set 1 and set 2 are on the same thing. Have we got anything extra to build? No, we haven't. Okay, so how about we get that done? Let's do that. It's going to make 54 power. That's going to be huge. So move all the stuff over. Again, that might take a while, but that's okay. There's no great rush. And how are we looking over here? It's really slow. It's very, very slow going over here. If we could just, get some stuff over here, that'd be great. Can we not get some more polymers and things over here and everything else? Get some more alloys over here? Can we get alloys into Sector 4, please? Because I feel like they're being a little bit bullied in terms of alloys. They would like 100. Hang on. You don't need 240 Sector 1. You can have 200. That's what I can't get on 200. You can have 201 Sector 1. You heard me. Right, there we go. And now Sector 4 should be getting quite a lot of them. There should be many pouring into it, but there's 92 of them. Now look at that, so many alloys, so they should be able to get building over here. Right, and then polymers. So let's make sure the polymers are sorted as well. So polymer, yeah, Sector 4 would like probably, what, 40 of them? That might be quite a good idea. That might take a while. It might take a while, but that's okay. So I'll slowly top that up, and then we can make some lovely missile countermeasure thingamajigs. And of course, yes, we have to build the new housing over in Sector 3 to replace the stuff that we tore down because it's old and rubbish. Okay, put that in for now. Get that done. And then also take down that optimized quarter. So we might get a few disgruntled people, but that's okay. In fact, they're going to be able to build these really quick. So dismantle that. And dismantle that as well. Take all of those apart. Huge homelessness in Sector 3, but a couple of these buildings will get that sorted out pretty quickly. So hang on a minute. Another demotic quarter. Pop that in. Get another one in just there when that's been taken apart. Wonderful. And then put the final one in over here. And we've still got loads of iron and loads of alloys left. So we're going to be okay with this. We're going to be absolutely fine. It doesn't look like they're working on the thing outside yet. The new solar panel. But that's okay, that's fine. Yeah, if we could just take that apart so I can build this final new thing, that would be lovely. But it's okay, there's no rush, you're very busy, I get that. And there we go, the final new bit of housing goes down. They're really quick on getting it built over here. So quick, there are so many resources in Sector 3, it's a bit silly really. They're just pouring it in. Those two are done, that one's being constructed, and the resources are over halfway into this one here. So that's really good. We've got 321 ice right now. That's very good. Still got some frozen people. How many have we got left out there? That's the wrong button. Only 89 more. So I think, yeah, maybe when we've got all of those, do we then sort of call it a day? Because we are going through the iron now. I know there's a lot of it on the ship, but we will go through that with hull repair pretty quickly. So I think, yeah, maybe, yeah, we don't want to get silicon anymore because that's pointless. Yeah, everything else is still okay to grab. Okay, wonderful. And look at that. Loads of housing now. So much housing all over the place. It's all very exciting. Right, and then research-wise, we have got, what, 69 research points. So what should we possibly look at now? What's going to help us? I mean, Tycoon hull, still fibre patches. The hull's deterioration while moving is reduced by 20%. That could be handy. Solar panels... What does that do? Solar panel power production increased by 10%. That'd be really handy. We should possibly get that. I think that's going to be useful. That's going to give us a lot of extra power. And the more power we have, the more things we can build. And of course, the quicker our batteries are going to charge back up as well. Because all the excess power goes into the batteries. So I think that's going to be worth doing. We'll see what happens there. Oh, and the crew of the Pridwin have leveled up a bit. Their ship is now a bit better and it can carry more stuff. That's very exciting. Well done, crew of the Pridwin. And here we go. That research is almost done. 640. Oh, look at that. We've got a load of extra power. I looked at the wrong side there, but I think it's given us, what, another 60, 70 power possibly? Wow. That was quite good. That was very impressive. And that's built as well. Okay, look at that. We've got loads of power now. We've got 246 power available. That is a lot of power right there. That's so much power that we have just lying around the place. Right, I think we're almost ready to go. I think, yeah, get that sorted over there. Make sure that we do have, there we go. We have ourselves one missile countermeasure ready. And we can go to here. One countermeasure available, no threat detected. Okay, so we can, sort of launch that thing when the time comes. What's happened to that? Why is there a big green dot above that? Not quite sure. Okay. And then, yeah, they're just grabbing the final bits over here. Not so bothered about carbon, but yeah, we'll try and get some more ice, I think. We'll try and grab some more ice. I mean, where is the ice? There's some carbon over there and some hydrogen there, which is okay. So we'll hopefully go and grab some of that. And then the remaining ice is over there. And a bit down here. I mean, do we want to move over to here, possibly? Make it easier to grab. 383 ice over there. If we could maybe finish grabbing that hydrogen there. So pick all that stuff up. 30 left. So one trip to get that. There's ice over there. How much is there? 289. But I don't want to go and park up in a corpse cloud again, because that was sad. We could make a little trip to, say, there. And I think we should be able to survive on battery power. And then make a trip to here, grab all that ice, and then clear off. How about that for a plan? That sounds like quite a good plan. Okay, so grabbing the last bit of hydrogen from here. I think she'll be able to get it all. So there we go. That's all gone. Completely depleted. Get you back over there. And then the Mimisbrunner, I think, is not going to do too much else. I think that might possibly just park up. So we need to bring all the ships back now anyway. So hang on a second. So Mimisbrunner, don't bother with that. Don't bother with that. Yeah, so right, you can effectively come back home and park Mimisbrunner. You can sort of sit around for a bit. You can do nothing as well. And you, hang on a minute. They can just kind of hang around a bit. So yeah, really, there's no frozen people out there either. So it's only the two ships here, so the Pridwin and the Pelican, that are grabbing anything. That's ice. Okay, so make those three grab ice. And then what we should do is wait for the next meal cycle, whenever that might be. And then we'll move down here. So we'll try and move to here and then move over to here in a series of, a couple of stops on the way. And then we'll try and grab as much ice from there as we can. And then we'll jump away. And who knows what's going to happen then. All sorts of carnage, I imagine. But I think that is probably our best kind of course of action right now. Just to make sure we do get plenty of ice on board before we jump into what is inevitably going to be a very unpleasant place. Okay, it's a meal cycle right now. Cycle 1614. We've been out here a while. So let's wait until that one is done. And then stop. Right, I think then we move the Tycoon over to here. How long's that? 4.3 cycles. We know that we can last on battery backup for longer than that because that was one of our previous goals. So yes, please move over there. Hopefully the Tycoon hull will remain intact enough to do that. So here we go, the beautiful image of us flying off into space. It's all very pretty. Right, so hull integrity isn't coming down too much at all, because of course the batteries are still on and we can get the people flying around to do the repairs and such. So there we go. All the ships over here are going, whoa, where are you going? Hang on a minute. Right, so avoid that one. So don't bother with that anymore. Don't bother with that because we're not so bothered about all that carbon. Don't worry about the carbon. Avoid that and avoid that. And I think that's okay. Bit of carbon there. I'll avoid that carbon there as well. Hang on, where's that one? Just there. Don't worry about that. Not so first. Got plenty of carbon on board. So, yeah, here we go. We move over here, have a little break to recharge the batteries, pop over to there, and then, yeah, they can grab a bit of carbon there, 146 from there, and all that ice from there would be wonderful. And I think we're nearly there. There we go. Right, we're over here. We can charge our batteries up very, very quickly indeed. All the excess power we've got going right back into the batteries. Okay, so now the ship should be coming down here to pick up some stuff, but to make it even quicker, we could just hop over there. 2.2 cycles, hardly any time at all. That's a very red planet right there, but here we go. So set off on one final journey through this system. Right, so move to them pretty quickly, and then, yeah, they can head over here. I assume that's all of them, is it? Is that all the ships? It looks like there's definitely two of them. There should be three. Should be the Neshmet, Pribin and Pelican. I've parked the Lucian over that was in Sector 1. And we might as well park the others as well, just to make sure that they're actually on board. Because we don't want them to be left behind or whatever. So, hang on a minute. Docking Bay. That is Sector 3. So, unassign the Hringhorny from Sector 3, please. So, Sector 3 looking pretty good. Sector 2 is where we want all the ice to go. So, that's very good. And hang on a minute. What's that doing? Right, we want to... Oh, crikey. There's a lot of carbon in there. Unassign those as well. So I think now it's just the Sector 2 ships that are gathering the ice. And there's not even that much ice out there to grab. Do you know what? Grab that as well. Just grab all the stuff. In fact, we've maxed out on ice. Sector 2 is at maximum ice storage. That is perfect. That is what we want to see. Okay, so if they could just grab some carbon. In fact, that's it. That's all that ice from there grab. So grab some final bits of carbon, just because we might as well. It might help us make a few more polymers to make some more missile countermeasure things or whatever. Couple of trips though, and I think this is going to be it. There's 4 bits left. Is it even worth it? Do you know what? Go out on a space trip, Nesh Met. Pop out over there. And I think we're ready. Don't know where you're going to go. Right, here we go. A battery has been disabled due to an accident. Okay, right. Maybe we don't jump right now. 4 crew members died last time. Oh, okay. That's generally not good. We don't want that to be a thing. And, yeah, there we go. Look, I mean, that's looking pretty full. Sector 2, full of ice and carbon and iron. Unassign those ships. All of our ships should now be back over here. Nothing's out there looking a bit lost or whatever. That's all very good. Okay, I think then, as soon as that battery is back up and running, where was it? Where was the battery that's broken? Who broke their battery? It must be in Sector 3 somewhere. It looks like maybe it's fit. Oh, it's that one there. It's the one that's flat. Because the batteries kind of, they rise up out of the ground when they're sort of charging. So as soon as that's fully charged, as soon as that's on 804... Hang on a minute. Hang on. Sector 2 has got a housing issue. Has it? Sector 2? A housing issue? Okay. This is a surprise. Why has Sector 2 got a housing problem? They've all got the fancy demotic quarters in. Right. That's thrown me ever so slightly. Oh, hang on. The crews of the ships have come back. So the ship crews have come back and we've unassigned them. So they've gone, we're not going to hang around on a ship in the car park, in the ship park out the back. I'm going to go to my house, please. Ah, okay. Maybe we need to move some people away from Sector 2. So how about just move only non-workers, move them to Sector 4, please. Maybe move about 30 of them. In fact, move 40. That's quite... In fact, you know what? Move 50. That gives us more room for workers. From Sector 2 to Sector 4, please. So shufty them over to Sector 4. Plenty of housing in Sector 4. No, there isn't. Population 2051. Housing capacity 2016. Okay, that might not be great then. Hang on a second. Might have possibly just broken Sector 4. Sorry, Sector 4. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Demotic quarter inbound. It's going to be fine, everybody. It's going to be fine. There we go. Get that sorted. And that's a lot of lovely new housing for people to go and live in. Okay, they've nearly finished the fancy new house over here. Don't worry, people of Sector 4. You've got a lovely new place to live in. It's going to be really nice indeed. And the last bits. There we go. Sorted. Right, so everybody in Sector 4 now has a place to live. That's very good. And we do have 89 science points right now. That's quite a lot. Maybe before we go to our next destination, we should possibly treat ourselves to some final bits of research. I'm thinking maybe improving the hull would not be a bad thing to do. Given that we know we're going to have missiles fired at us, making the hull nice and sturdy might be quite a good idea. So what does that do? Steel fibre patches. The hull's deterioration while moving is reduced by 20%. Okay. I don't know how much moving around we're going to do in the next system. I'm not entirely sure, but I suppose, yeah, that's no bad thing. Just makes the hull a bit more robust while we're shuffling around the place. So we'll grab that, we'll have that, and then is there anything else we need? Is there anything else that's really crucial? Things in here look pro construction speed. I mean, would that be useful? If we're trying to make loads of missile countermeasure things, would them being constructed at 100% speed quicker be helpful? Yes, it would. So we'll have that as well. So I think as soon as these bits of science are done, that's it. I think we go to the next place. Everything is looking good up there. Iron, we're not maxed out on iron, but we have got a lot of it, and the alloys are completely full. 840 of them on the station, that's a lot. Carbon is looking pretty good, lots of polymers. Silicon have ran out, but 14 electronics is still pretty good. Nice amount of hydrogen, bit of waste to go on the mushroom wall, loads of ice, loads of food, no frozen people, and the science is coming down, of course, but that's okay. So we've got this going on. Complete that. We might have potentially a little bit of science left to do one final thing. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to come down to. Now, I think 29 is the minimum, isn't it? Hang on a minute. 26 science left. Can we get anything for 26 science? I don't think we can. I think 27. 27 there is the requirement for that. But okay, no, that's fine. So we've got that sorted as well. I think we're as ready as we're ever going to be. I'm a little bit nervous because I know that bad things are going to happen and we've had it nice and easy for a while, but I think we have to go and do this. So, right, we'll wait for the meal cycle to finish. Everybody can have a lovely slap-up dinner with the space chef, of course, before we go and jump to the next place. Because I suspect it's going to be full of horrors and nightmares and bad things generally. Right, meal cycle is done. Here we go, folks. What awaits us? I don't know. Fire up the IXION engine. Okay, oh, hang on. Are all our batteries charged? Yes, they are. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, all power from the main grid will be diverted to the engine. Yep, absolutely half a cycle. Going to run on batteries. That's all fine. Here we go. In accordance with Frau standard procedures, all ships must return to the Tycoon before Vohle jump initiation. Don't worry, Eden, it's all sorted. It's all good. All the ships are back on board. They're all parked away. Close that transmission. Runtime on nice and quick. Nothing else for us to do. Here goes, folks. Oh dear. And initiate Vohle jump. Commence jump. Engage. Okay, there we are. Wibbly wobbly space jump is about to commence. Fire the wibbly engine. And of course, it's going to ruin the hull even more. It's going to get even harder to repair the hull. Because every time we jump, the ship falls apart a little bit more. It's all getting a little bit rickety around the ship. Here we go, though. Wibbly wobbly space jump. We're going to do wibbly wobbly space jump. And there we go. We've turned into, I don't know, pure light or whatever. I'm sure there's some science stuff to it. There you go. We've now teleported into the land of the wibbly things. And then we fire a big old engine. And we fly along. And we go into a weird ball of light thing on a string. Because, that's how this works. And it's fine. Doing a fun space jump. Through we go. And here we go. Oh, please be nice to us, game. Please be nice. Because I'm a little bit scared that it's going to be all sorts of nightmarish stuff. Okay, right, big red planet. It's looking good. The ship is going to fall apart a bit. Please, come on, Tycoon. Stay intact with us just a bit longer. Okay. Well, no bits fell off, so that's quite good. It all kind of stayed intact. Vohle jump complete. The ship is about broken. Running preliminary diagnostics. Are things bad, Eden? Imagine things are bad. Expected irreversible damage to the Tycoon detected. No great surprise there. Calculations indicate the system's pulsar is dormant. Good. Okay. Sensors have located the Piranesi. Currently powered down. Okay. Why is that? You must find a way to retrieve the Remus coordinates from it. Act with extreme caution, Administrator. Yeah, I'm not going to go up and go, hey, Piranesi, how are you? Good missiles. Bye. Walk into the lion's den. Okay, hang on a minute. Set that up there. So pause time for a second. Close that. Search the Piranesi for the Remus coordinates. Train 150 colonists. Locate a viable planet. Okay, so another colonization thing. Okay, we can get that sorted right now. We can kick that off over here. Train another 15, please. Might as well start that now. That's okay. Right, let's go and see where we've ended up. No, not another big storm. Not having another big storm. I'm not happy with that at all. Okay, so we're around PSR B1257 plus 12H. Catchy. Can we call it something else? Like, I don't know, Barbara. Can we call that the Barbara planet? And then the Piranesi is just hanging out over there. Okay, and there's, whatever that is, PSR B1257 plus 12A. Again, not overly catchy. That's very pretty. That looks gorgeous. Look at that. And then a great big storm over here. Oh, is that going to move? Are you going to move, Storm? Are we going to find ourselves in a great big kind of horror storm again? Okay. So I think job number 1, get some probes out there. What else is there around? So launch a probe. I mean, we don't need anything particularly, but yeah, maybe sort of event type things might be quite handy. What's nearby? There is something relative. Hang on. So, there. There's something just there. I suspect it's going to be a planet, isn't it? So if we send a probe out over there, okay, just run time on, and we should be pretty quick at building probes. We should be able to churn them out fairly sharpish because we upgraded that. So do that. Hang on. Right, and then pop back into here. Let's get... Hang on, didn't mean to do that. Where do we want to house the science ships? Because, yeah, when a science ship... I would say a science ship in Sector 1... what else is Sector 1 going to bring back? Sector 1 can have both the science ships in the docking bay, and then it could also have a transport ship bringing back iron, because then it can make alloys and then we can keep the hull intact. I don't think Sector 1 needs anything else. So how about we do that? So, can we have the Montessori, and can we have the Scope, and then can we please get one of these? No, let's get the Mimisbrunner, because it's got a fun name. So there you go, Mimisbrunner can go and do that. And then over here in Sector 2, we shall have ourselves a mining ship. No, oh no, hang on. No, don't build it. No, don't build it. Sorry, hang on. No, I meant to do it from down here. The Etna can go into there. That's fine. And then we want to go to, say, that docking bay over there and put the Mecha over there. Okay. And then over here, get 2 ships assigned. So have the Akshaya Patra coming at you and the Pelican. And then over here in that one, have... Hang on a minute. Scroll. Have that one. The Neshmet's already... Is the Neshmet doing something? What does that mean? What does the little thing mean? Do you know what the little thing means? Neshmet and the Pridwin. And then over here should be the final 3. The Hringhorny, the Lucien, and the Vithakalai. Right, okay. So all the ships are now assigned to their various sectors. That is good. One person is homeless in Sector 1. Are they really? Again, I am very surprised. Demotic Quarter, Demotic Quarter, Demotic Quarter. Okay. Do we need to build a fancy new housing thing over here somewhere? I mean, it could fit. It could fit there if we want to sacrifice that road, which I think might be quite a good thing to do, because that road, we can live without that road. I think I just tried to build a new road on the road. Don't build a road on the road. There, like that. Wonderful. Put a Demotic Quarter in, so we can fit some people in. I mean, at the moment, it's for one person. They get an entire massive building all to themselves. That'll be fun. Right, okay. Pop back out into space. So, Montessori, go just there. 0.1 cycles to get around that. And Scope... Can you go there? I'm a bit concerned that we're going to melt the Scope if we send them out there, but okay. So how are we doing? Standing by. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Did I not tell him to do that just now? I thought I told him to do that just then. Okay, right. So we've arrived over here. Gather the science, because that's going to be handy, right? This is good. I want to get the other probe out there. Right, new probe has arrived as well. Send a probe out to... there's some silicon right there. That's got to be handy, so go and do that. Right, gather that science. Found a planet over there. That science ship can go into here. Please don't explode, science ship. Please don't die. Because you're going toward a great big kind of hot sun thing. It looks a bit dangerous to me. Right, another probe has arrived. Again, just scan around what's near us for now. There should be something on that sort of orbit trajectory. Oh my goodness me. Silicon ahoy, just that. Okay, get that as well. We missed that, but that's okay. We want silicon. And, okay, over here, what is happening? Several planetary readings from 12H fall outside the parameters of theoretical models. We've landed on 12H, a planet with intense geological activity. Fissures expel gas into the atmosphere, and canyons run deep across the planet's surface. We've located a stable area where we should be able to study 12H's phenomena. Okay, yeah, do the fancy thing. Do the big exciting thing. Nothing's doing anything right now anyway, so send one of the 3s. Send the Pridwin. Pridwin, go and help out a bit, would you please? That'll be very handy. So get that sorted. You can collect all that science. We're not going to go near the Piranesi. We're not going to go near that at all. If it's powered down, I'm quite happy with it being powered down at the minute. I don't want to go and poke the bear and wake it up, because that would be bad. Right, Scope has picked up the science from there. So Scope, head over to there, please. And right, another probe. Let's just keep scanning the local area. There's nothing sort of in the middle. Nothing in the middle, really. Okay, so let's go along this bit here. Oh, there's something in that direction. Right, There's a planet across there, I imagine, so pop over there. We'll see what's going on. Okay, we're going to send a probe into the great big cloud of doom just to see what happens. Is it an okay cloud of doom? Is it a terrifyingly murderous cloud of doom? It looks like a great big storm, like we had before, but there is something over there. There's hydrogen over there, which would be quite nice, but is the probe going to make it there to have a look at it? It looks okay so far. It's moving pretty quick. Okay, right. Maybe it's not quite so bad. Wonderful. Right, that was a surprise. I kind of thought that wouldn't happen. There's 533 hydrogen there. However, I don't want to send the science ships in because they might possibly die. We're just going to keep sort of flinging probes around just to find resources and goodies. There's some iron over there and some carbon. That could be useful. Hydrogen would be useful. We could find some hydrogen that's not in a great big terrifying death storm. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. Where are the unicorns that we talked about earlier? They're not here. Okay, ice, however, that's not too bad either. Okay, right, just keep flinging them around. And, oh, hang on. Hang on. Over here. Science is collected. Our probe has detected abnormal meteorological activity present on PSR B1257 plus 12G, catch your name, calling into question our theoretical models. Wow, this system is proving to be very, very theoretically challenging. We have descended into the upper atmosphere of 12G. Updrafts and downdrafts of ionized hydrogen form purple-shaded tornadoes and immense green cumulonimbus clouds. Sounds pretty almost. A grouping of tornadoes surround and circle a massive cyclone on the planet, large enough in size to be observable from space. Wow. Okay, so do basic analysis, set up measuring devices, or launch an autonomous analysis drone. Okay, how about we do that? Just do a simple drone. That's 30 polymers is that, and 1 electronics. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Another sector 3 thing needs to... Okay, the Pridwin can go and do that again. That's fine. Pridwin, go and do that, please. Go and help out over there. That would be wonderful. And, right, we just keep pinging drones around. Keep pinging drones around. They'll have that sorted in 1.8, 1.7 cycles. So yeah, we'll come back when they've done their science. Okay, hang on a second. One of the mining ships has gone out to try and mine that hydrogen, but they are in a great big storm. I'm not overly happy with that. So for the moment, don't go and mine the hydrogen, please, because I think you might possibly get killed a bit. I don't want you to be killed a bit. Okay, number 3, you can go and grab some silicon, because we are running out of electronics. And yeah, number 2, so yeah, Etna in sector 2, you go and grab some ice. That would be handy. That would be useful. Although, yeah, hydrogen might actually be more useful right now. Although, hang on, yeah, we haven't got any of that yet, have we? We haven't got any of that. Hang on a minute. So, avoid that for now, because I don't want you to go into the big storm. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay, good. You didn't die. Well done, you. Wonderful stuff. Okay, probe over there. Right, another probe. Just around here. So hydrogen would be useful because that generates power. Oh, hang on. Yes, over there. Huge amount of it. Wonderful stuff. Okay, and that's going to be complete momentarily. Okay. What have we found? We've completed our theoretical model of 12H. During our studies, Elisabetta Avogadro showed signs of mental distress. Concerned that the gas expulsions were the cause, we carried out standard suit integrity tests. No breaches were found within their suit. Later, while we were submitting our results, Elisabetta Avogadro was seen leaving the research site. Okay, so we've got 100 science ready, but one of our researchers has cleared off. Locate her? Okay, the rest of the team will be dispatched to find, retrieve and treat them accordingly. I mean, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Go and find her and bring her back and make sure she's okay. But why would that option be there if it's not going to be a case of, oh, your team wandered off and they all died horribly, mwahaha. Do you know what? We'll go and find her. It's okay. And hang on a second. There is a sciencey thing on the science ships that we could unlock. Where is it? Automatic ship repatriation. A science ship whose crew has been lost will be automatically returned to the Tycoon. I think that might be a prudent thing to get our hands on right now. That could be useful. And then, yeah, why don't we get this? Science generated during exploration is increased by 5%. Get that as well. We might as well make our science ships better at grabbing science, because then we'll have more to spend on other sciencey bits and bobs. So, yeah, do that, please. That sounds like a really handy thing to do. Okay, the event where we're looking for our missing scientist is complete, and somebody's collecting science from that planet there. So I assume, judging by that we do have some alive people left, but let's go and find out. The reports from the Montessori team have become inconsistent, indicating psychological instability. According to their most recent transmission, the team is following the tracks of Elizabeth Avogadro, toward the house. And house is in blue, in a slightly disturbing way. End data listening protocol. Okay. Enter the house? The team will enter the house to find Elisabetta Avogadro. Oh, I don't... Yes, go on, men. Go and do that. And no doubt condemn the scientists to a terrible, terrible death. At least the ship can come back automatically if they all die a horrible death. Right. Okay, just keep the probes coming. There's something over there to go and look at. Might or go and find out what that is. Okay, that's almost done over here. Massive load of ice over there. That's beautiful. That's very exciting. Everything's still looking pretty good over there. Hang on. Have we got any ships bringing other stuff back? Right, okay. Sector 3... clear everything. Clear all the things you're bringing back. So Sector 2, ice, please. Bring back ice. Sector 3, Neshmet and Ringhorny, bring back silicon. That's going to be useful. Okay, this is good. There's a little bit of it out there, not too much though. And, yeah, hang on. There is some hydrogen out there, isn't there? And hydrogen is now running a bit low. So, how about we don't get the ice... Don't worry about that. Go and mine the hydrogen, please. And then the Vithakali, you can grab that as a matter of urgency. Wonderful. Okay, right. And that's almost done over there. What did we find? The drone fabrication pattern Kutelman, is that? Took off from the cargo bay of the scope and descended into the lower atmosphere. The collected data allowed the crew to update theoretical models of PSR B1257 plus 12G, catchy name. The team has concluded that the pulsar activity of the system has had a significant impact on the atmospheric conditions present on 12G. The phenomena observed are unexplainable without external factors. Okay, so 50 science to collect, and that's it. We've survived. We've not died. Oh, hang on. While preparing to depart from 12G, the crew of the scope spotted something unusual, different from the observed meteorological phenomena. A translucent tubular formation pierces the cloud cover and rises high into the atmosphere. Okay. Approach the area where the tube formation rises from the cloud layer. Okay, go on. Please don't die. Don't die, scientists. Don't die, please. I mean... They're scientists. They have to go and investigate mysterious sciencey things. I just think it sounds a bit dangerous. But you know what? It's the nature of the job, isn't it? We're exploring the unknown. Right, hang on. Are they all alive? Okay, somebody's collecting science over there. Do you know what we might do? Let's wait and pick up all this science. Because there is a lot of science going on. There's a lot there. And over here there's a lot as well. Oh, hang on. Probe. Let's get another probe out there. Oh, there's something over... Oh my goodness me, right. Oh, there's many things over there. Go over there and get some useful stuff. Thank you so much. What are the other ships doing? Ship number 1. Oh yeah, when you can, if there's some iron, go and grab that Mimus Brunner, and then you grab iron and you grab iron as well. And possibly carbon on a... Hang on. Carbon on a lesser demand, please. Because that's not as important. Okay, right. Good. That's everybody doing stuff. If they can actually get out there to do the stuff, that's all fine. And right, go back here. Let's get quite a bit of research done. So science ships, what about that? Get that done. So research disruptives study protocols. So science generated during exploration is increased by 10%. So we'll have that. And then science ships moving faster. Do we care? Not so bothered about that, I don't think. Mechs constructing buildings 25% faster, not so bothered. What's going to come in handy? Why don't we get the upgrade to the Alternative Life Centre? So it provides an additional +1 stability to a sector while it's got more than 800 crew. And that only applies to Sector 4, but that'll keep the people of Sector 4 a little bit happier. And why shouldn't they be a bit happier? So there we go. They can have that. And now we can run time on nice and quick. Again, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good in terms of all of our sort of stats over here, our resources and such. So really, it's back out over here to space. But I do want them to pick up all these points first. So, right, okay. Are you all alive over here? Please be alive. The first received images from the scope indeed reveal the presence of a huge and translucent tubular formation. Upon approach, it appears to possess luminescent properties. Around the formation, the meteorological activity is almost calm, and glimpses of the planet's telluric core can be seen. The captured imagery disproves the hypothesis of crew hallucination, and the team wishes to continue with further analysis. Okay, so authorise external analysis of the tubing. The team will place sensor beacons around the formation. Go on then. Go on, don't get yourself killed, which I suspect is highly likely. Okay, they're looking at that weird tubing. The science ship over here at the starting planet has collected all the science, so let's see what's happening over here. And they're all dead. Oh dearie me. Right, okay, we sent a load of people off to their weird des. Comms contact with the Montessori's team has been lost. For a short time, we're still receiving mission reports. The house is much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, has no interior light source, and contains a series of mazes. The last report speaks of thumping sounds being heard. Shortly after this was received, the crew's suit signals were turned off, one after the other. Hang on a minute, hang on. This mission is called Bigger on the Inside. The word house is in a lovely shade of TARDIS blue, I would say, and of course it is bigger on the inside than the outside is the TARDIS. And it does contain, it's kind of mazy on the inside, it's massive on the inside. Okay, did our crew just get abducted by the Doctor? I mean, maybe that's a good thing. They're lost to us. It doesn't say they're dead. Maybe the thumping sounds were them helping the Doctor repair the TARDIS, which is the house, because it's in blue and is bigger on the inside than on the outside. Maybe they helped the Doctor repair the thing, and the Doctor went, do you know what? Your predicament's a bit naff, isn't it? You're on a kind of great big round metal spaceship thing, and it looks like it's falling apart all the time. Why not come with me? I've got a time-space machine. Let's go on a journey. So those 5 people went, yeah, sounds pretty good, actually. So maybe they've just gone on an exciting trip. They're not dead. They're having a really exciting time. Yeah, we're going to go for that, I think. Okay, right, so we've bumped into the Doctor, and they've rescued 5 of our crew, shall we say. They're lost to us, but they're having a wonderful time. They are living their best lives out there in time and space. Right, okay. Repatriate the Montessori. Bring the thing back. Oh, hang on. Hang on, what? This is very confusing. While repatriation of the Montessori is being initiated, Elisabetta Avogadro contacted the Tycoon via the ship's comms. They have returned and are in possession of a strange translucent and gelatinous sample. After rapid analysis, it is composed of unknown particles held together by Fraus tachyons. Okay, I don't know what they are or who that is, possibly. Elisabetta Avogadro appears to be extremely disoriented and requires medical assistance and psychological support. They are returning to Tycoon aboard the Montessori. End the listening protocol. Okay, so they're coming back, but we now need to get an entire crew set up, and I imagine Elisabetta Avogadro is not going to be around very much longer to go and do science stuff. Okay, right, over here we go. Are the other science team dead? No, they're alive. Hooray! Okay, we haven't lost everybody in the space of a few minutes. The data collected is quite contradictory. The majority of measurements match those taken in other areas of 12G's atmosphere. However, readings from the beacons they put at the bottom of the weird wibbly tube thing seem to fluctuate. Isolating these anomalies while excluding the background data suggests that the tubing generates a weak electromagnetic field, beta radiation and Fraus tachyons. There's lots of Fraus tachyons going on. The Scopes team has established several theories and is recommending a more invasive follow-up study. Mission safety protocols advise that the team, who are exhibiting a concerning form of fascination for the tubing, should be repatriated. I think we should get them back, because we've just seen that when we try and look at the sciencey things too much and wander off, it generally goes bad. So, yeah, I think let's leave the planet. We've got a good amount of science from it. It's all fine, but they're kind of becoming obsessed with it. It's kind of luring them in like a siren kind of thing. So, no, leave the planet. We're going to go pick up the science, and that's lovely. Right, got loads of science as well. So much science going on. Okay, let's queue up a couple of extra bits of scientific research, and then I think we'll wrap things up. How about one thing I did think, the nuclear power plant, it does use quite a bit of power and workers, so could we possibly upgrade that? I mean, that's construction cost down, not so bothered. But then the other 2 bits, 20 fewer workers, that's quite good, and that gives us 10 more power, which could also be quite useful. That's no bad thing. The fire stations... Oh, hang on, that's quite handy. Fires are put out 30% faster. We'll have a bit of that. If somebody's firing missiles at us, I suspect we might be on fire a bit, so that could be useful. 10 fewer workers to run the electronics factory. Destruction chance during dangerous weather conditions is reduced by 50% for the solar panels. Well, that sounds very handy, doesn't it? We'll have a bit of that, thank you very much. So that's, 76, that is. 76 research points. We've got loads left. We're going to get so much stuff researched. That's very exciting. And I think with that done, we'll finish things up for now. In fact, no, that's a complete lie. Hang on a minute. Over we go to Sector 4. Train another 15 colonists, please. Because we need 150. We've only got 120. So, and the 2 lots of those, that'll be that sorted. And now with that done, I think we'll wrap things up for now. Because, yeah, we have done quite a lot. We are here in a brand new system. Catchily named PSR B1257 plus 12A. Really, really good name, folks. Have a word with the naming department, shall we? Yeah, things have gone all right. The Piranesi is lurking over there. And I'm a little bit concerned about it. But I think it's either going to do one or two things. Either it's just going to sit there and do nothing until we go over and poke it and wake it up. Or, all of a sudden, we're going to do a thing on one of these planets. We're going to go, yes, okay, we've done all the research on blah, 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 12D. And then it's going to go, oh, boom, hello, I'm alive now. Here are some missiles to shoot at your face. So I'm not quite sure. I'm hoping it just stays quiet. And we can just have a little kind of pootle around, pick up some resources, get some electronics on the go, get some more iron, get some more rice, try and stock up on hydrogen, because we are sort of struggling with that a little bit, so we're quite going to get some more of that to keep the power station thing running, and then just gather up all the science and do loads of research. And then as soon as we've done all that kind of stuff, we could then go and wake up the Piranesi, but I suspect maybe there's going to be a trigger point here which is going to wake it up. Something is going to cause it to wake up, like in the previous system. We completed some things over here, didn't we? Completed certain sciencey things, and the storm moved about a bit. I think there's going to be something which is going to wake it up. But you know what? We'll come back next time and we'll find out if that's the case. But I suspect next time we'll gather plenty of resources and then we will go and boot the Piranesi on the nose, wake it up a bit and see what happens if it's not already awake and firing missiles at us, trying to kill us and turn us into little bits of space dust. So yeah, we'll find out next time when we come back. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in IXION. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.
Move out of the way, friend. I'm going to completely ignore you and do some comment moderating. Kung Fu Croquet. Maria, you've broken my heart. There you go, some more flowers that I stored at the back of my pants. Lovely. There we go. As you can see, I'm having the wildest of times. Enormous banana massacre.